To understand the explosion, you have to see the fuse. Elon Musk didn't inherit an empire. He bet his entire existence on ideas everyone called insane. After the PayPal score, he went all in on two impossible ventures, reviving the space industry with SpaceX and forcing the world into electric cars with Tesla. In 2008, both nearly collapsed. He was sleeping on the factory floor, pouring his last dime into companies on the brink. But these weren't just businesses, they were missions, and his fanatical belief attracted a cult-like following. He wasn't just building companies, he was building the narrative of the real-life Tony Stark, the Messiah here to save humanity. Then came the rocket fuel. The pandemic years of 2020 and 2021 created a perfect bizarre storm. With money essentially free, investors flooded into speculative bets. Tesla became the ultimate meme stock, a symbol of a tech-driven future. Retail investors anointed Musk their king. The stock didn't just rise, it went parabolic, multiplying over tenfold. His net worth soared past $300 billion, making him, for a time, the richest human in modern history. His fortune had officially detached from any traditional metric of value. It was now a monument to hype, belief, and a world drunk on cheap money. And that's when he made the move that would change everything. The $44 billion purchase of Twitter wasn't just a deal. It was a self-inflicted shockwave. The process was pure chaos. A tweeted offer, a lawsuit, a forced closure. To fund it, Musk sold billions in Tesla stock, signaling to the world he needed cash. Then he marched into Twitter HQ with a sink, fired the leadership, and began a reign of chaos. Mass layoffs, verified check marks for sale, reinstating banned accounts. He quickly renamed it X and admitted its value had cratered, calling it a $44 billion write-down. Overnight, the visionary was recast as the chaotic rich guy, burning one of the world's most recognizable platforms to the ground. And the foundation of his wealth felt the tremors immediately, because that foundation is Tesla. And as Musk's attention fractured, investors panicked. The CEO who once slept on the factory floor was now drowning in the money furnace of X. Tesla's stock, the single largest chunk of his net worth, began a brutal, sustained decline. The fear was simple. Musk was asleep at the wheel. Competitors like BYD in China started gaining massive ground. Tesla cut prices, hurting profits. The narrative flipped. The Messiah was now the distracted, controversial figure, hurting the very company that made him a god. The personal brand had become a catastrophic liability. To grasp why this is so dangerous, you have to understand his wealth isn't a pile of cash. It's a dangerously engineered machine. The vast majority is tied up in stock, mainly Tesla and SpaceX. He doesn't just own it. He uses it as collateral for massive loans to fund his lifestyle and other ventures. This is called leverage. Think of it like a supercharged mortgage on his own companies. So when Tesla stock drops 5%, Musk doesn't just lose billions on paper. His borrowing power shrinks, and banks can issue margin calls, forcing him to sell more stock, which drives the price down further. It's a feedback loop of doom. This isn't a solid fortune, it's the world's most valuable house of cards. And the wind threatening to topple it? His own voice, Musk's transformation from tech CEO to online polemicist, has been stark. Endorsing controversial political figures, amplifying conspiracy theories, engaging in public petty feuds. Advertisers fled X. Potential Tesla buyers, especially in key markets, started looking elsewhere. A polarizing figure is bad for mass market business. Analysts now speak openly about the Musk discount, the tangible financial penalty his companies pay because of his personal brand. The man who was once a human magnet for investment is now repelling it. This is where Wall Street's whispers get dark. Unverified reports and financial analysts speculate that Musk's personal leverage is far greater than anyone knows, potentially tied to the private valuations of SpaceX and XAI. The nightmare scenario they talk about goes like this. A major recession hits. Tesla's stock drops 50%, and simultaneously, SpaceX faces a launch failure or funding crunch. The banks call in their loans. To cover them, Musk is forced into a fire sale of his prized assets at rock-bottom prices. This would trigger a death spiral for his entire empire. While this is speculative, the fact that serious people are modeling this scenario tells you everything about the perceived fragility of his throne.